Okay, I'll show you what we've got so far. We have our crow completed. We've got our leaves and our acorns painted in. Our other crow, chickadee, Steller's jay. Now I want to show you, I'm going to start on the maple leaves here. We're going to give the remaining maple leaves a bit of an autumn look. So we have brown, black, red, and yellow on our palette. We're going to go ahead and mix some of the red and the yellow very loosely. We want to put this on quite wet. As you can see, I don't have a lot of orange or a lot of yellow in this just yet. Now, while our red is still wet, we want to start dropping in our yellow and mix the orange basically right on the wood. Now we can drop in some brown. And we want to put our brown in our shaded areas, the deepest areas of the carving. It's the thing with acrylic, you have to work fast if you want to blend. Add a bit more brown to the stem here. That's looking pretty autumny. I'm going to clean off my brush and pick up some more yellow. And this will be our highlight. Just a little note of caution when you're working wet on wet, particularly. You don't want to overwork it because then you're going to end up with mud. So drop your color in and then forget about it. So there's our autumn leaf. So now we've got our leaves done, and our pine needles and acorns and all that fun stuff. We're going to work on our little chickadee here now. I'm going to mix up a gray. I'm using a little bit of white and black and just a little hint of brown in there. And we want this to be a wash, so we're going to add some water to our mix and just thin it down. Now let's go in and do our wash. There we go. It's a little bit on the thick side, but that's okay. There. I'll add a bit more brown. Do our feet. A little bit more black for the beak. And I don't want it too heavy, so there we go, perfect. As you can see, when I wipe it off with my finger there, it leaves the dark black and again in our deep areas, which is exactly what we want. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the eye. Okay, and also with our black, we're going to start putting the cap on the chickadee. This one is going to have a little, this cap is going to come down here too. Now if you're using your reference photos, you'll see the wings on the back have a fair bit of black. Now here I've switched to a dry brush because I want more control to get in and do these feathers. Now same with the tail. And I want to put a little bit of feather detail in here as well. And it's also darker under here because of the wings on top are casting a bit of a shadow. Now I'm going to clean my brush off and we'll go in and do our white. Remember to put a little drop in very carefully in the eye. And right away he comes to life. It's amazing. Here we go. There. I'm going to bring some white into our feathers. Now for the body, the bodies have a somewhat of a brownish tinge to them, so I'm going to mix up a bit of white and brown and just come in and do some small strokes like this. And use a little bit of a darker brown. And mix that in. Under the wings, towards the base. There. What I'll do afterwards, once this is dry, I'm going to go in with a very fine felt-tipped black pen, and I'm going to add a little bit more detail. There, that tail's coming alive now. There we go. So there's our chickadee. Same thing, again, we're going to be using the same technique for all the rest of the birds. Simply a wash, and then using a dry brush, go in and drop in your detail and your color. As you can see with the Steller's Jay here, we used a brown for the head, and then 3 shades of blue for our highlights, midtones, and shadows.